I'm Melissa. Today I have a student, Lisa, with me, and we will be doing an adapted flow. I know that we haven't learned about the trapeze in this class, but from learning some of the things that I have, I've kind of figured out how to use the handles and the actual sling as a more adaptive type practice. So we're going to begin without even using the handles and come into a wider leg child's pose. Maybe taking the knees a little wider. We have a blanket under us for support, and maybe allowing the forehead to come and rest on the ground or on stacked hands. And just starting to tune into your breath. Maybe deepening your breath. And checking in with yourself. Taking a moment to scan the body from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes. Just notice any area that you may feel tension or tightness or sensation. And just take inventory without judgment. Just noticing, observing. Once you get to the tips of the toes, starting to make your way back up the body, breathing into each area, just allowing yourself to let go and relax a little further. Maybe you start to bring that slight constriction into the back of the throat, tuning in into your Ujjayi breath. That audible sound, like waves of the ocean. Just noticing what happens in your body as you take your inhales and the difference that you feel in the body as you exhale. Noticing where your thoughts, where your mind, where your emotions are. And again, we're just observing without judging whether it's good or bad. Finding your connection with God, and just open to set an intention for your practice. Something that relates to your needs of here and now. I'll take about 3 more breaths here. Really allowing the breath to wash the length of the spine. at the end of your next exhale, just go ahead and lift the hips up and bring the knees in. You can come to the toes for a moment, pressing through the heels, and then walking the hands back to you. If it's okay for you, you may sit on the heels for a moment, or you can keep the hands out in front of you. We're just giving our feet a nice little stretch, taking a moment to maybe loop the shoulders towards the ears, and exhaling back and down. Okay, go ahead and walk your hands back forward. We're going to come to the tops of the feet again, sinking the hips back towards the heels and taking our hands into the low handles. We're just going to allow our elbows to drop, allowing the palms of the hands to come in towards each other, and just allowing the head to release. If you're able, you may allow the hips to sink back towards the heels, still here. And just allowing the shoulders to relax. There you go. Finding length still. Taking a nice full inhale. And a nice full exhale. And then slowly releasing your arms and making your way onto your belly. Taking your time to get there. If you need to scoot back on your mat, you can. And then we'll take either strap. And once again, just allowing the palms to come towards each other and allowing the heart to melt towards the ground, the head to melt towards the ground. If you're able, you may bring the palms of the hands a little closer towards each other. And just seeing if you can create space with the breath. So you may feel tightness. Just don't ever want to feel any sharp pain. And where you feel the areas of tightness, maybe just breathing into those areas. Allowing a little more relaxation on your exhales. One more breath here. You can take one arm out at a time, or maybe you pull the navel into the spine and slowly lift yourself up using your upper body strength. Great. Once you're here, reach the arms out in front of you, spread the fingers wide, full inhale. As you exhale, just melt in any amount. So of course the forehead's not going to come down to the ground here. Relaxing the shoulders. You may find a gentle sway from side to side, starting to get into your side body. Okay, eventually coming back to center and allowing the elbows to start to drop again. Again, you may walk your hands out or maybe use your upper body strength to come back onto the belly. Pull in navel into spine, great. And then just allow the head to relax. Taking a full inhale. And a full exhale. Great, navel pulls into spine. And we're gonna slowly lift ourselves back up. Good. And once the hips come back, extend the arms out in front of you. Take a full inhale. As you exhale, maybe letting the heart melt towards the ground. Find that gentle sway from side to side. Once you come back to center, just go ahead and lift yourself up. And we can bring our knees back onto our blanket. Just for a moment, take your hands out, circle the shoulders out. Noticing how you feel. Great job. Then we're going to take our hands back into our low handles with our palms facing down. Whenever you're ready, step the right foot forward. We want that right knee to be aligned over the right ankle, so we can always slide that left foot back. But you look like you're great. Feeling that right hip slightly pressed back in space and not allowing it to jet forward. From here, we're going to reach our arms out in front of us, spreading our fingers wide. So we're really having to use our lower body to help keep us balanced. feeling like we're pulling the feet towards each other. Take a full inhale. As you exhale, if you have space, you may fold any amount. Just trying to keep the spine nice and long. Shoulders relaxed and jaw relaxed. One more breath here. Pressing into the hands, lift back up. We're going to keep that left arm forward, take a full inhale. And as you exhale, starting to bring that right arm out to your side. Good. Breathe in here. You can stay here. Maybe you start to reach that right arm behind you. Your gaze can follow. Press into all four corners of that right foot. One more breath here. And then releasing the right hand towards the left and starting to bring the arms out to your left side. Take a full inhale. As you exhale, maybe the heart melts a little more towards the ground. One more breath here. And then slowly come back to the front of the mat, pulling navel into spine and press yourself up. From here, we're going to start to straighten that right leg, maybe pulling the right toes towards us. Seeing if you can stand up tall in the upper body, taking a full inhale. You can stay here. As you exhale, you may start to hinge from the hip any amount. Does that feel okay to you? Great. Relaxing the jaw and shoulders. One more breath. And then bending back in that right knee. Bringing the arms back. And you can kind of press into them to slide that right knee back. And we're just going to switch that out. Go ahead and step the left foot forward. So using the handles to help you get there. Great. Feeling that left hip press back in line. And then we're going to reach our arms out in front of us, keeping our shoulders relaxed. Take a full inhale. As you exhale, you may start to fold. Good. Finding your breath here. Notice where you can soften. Maybe you spread your fingers wide here. And then pressing yourself back up. Keeping the right arm where it is. We'll start to open that left hand to the side. Great. Keeping the shoulders relaxed as much as you can. And then maybe start to open that left hand towards the back wall. One more breath. Releasing that left hand back forward to meet your right, and then starting to melt towards your right side. Allowing the shoulders to relax and just allowing the heart, the head to melt towards the ground. We're feeling like we're pulling our inner thighs towards each other. One more breath. And then slowly coming back to the front of the mat. Navel pulls into spine to lift us back up. And once we come back up, standing nice and tall and starting to peel the left toes towards us, maybe straightening that left leg. Good. Full inhale here. As you exhale, you may start to hinge from the hip and fold. So using the handles help us bring the ground up to us, but it also makes us use our core to help keep us stable and use some of our smaller muscles that don't get used as much. Great, one more breath. And then slowly starting to bend in that left knee, bringing the arms back beside you and lifting yourself back up. So you can go ahead and come to the toes here. You may walk the knees forward. You can always just come up to stand normally, or maybe you come here, walking one foot and then the other in front. Good, so you're using a little upper body strength, and just let the arms go and kind of just let them sway a little from side to side, releasing any tension. So this is Lisa's first time using the handles, so you're doing great. Takes a little while to kind of find trust in them. Okay, then we'll come back to center. We're standing in line with the handles. We're going to take our middle handles here, and then we're going to bring the arms out in front of us. Relaxing the shoulders and spreading the fingers. The feet are about hip distance apart. Taking a full inhale. As you exhale, hinging from the hips, allowing the chest to melt forward and down. One more breath. Pressing yourself back up. Bringing the hands towards each other, we'll take both bars into our left hand and just allow the right arm to relax beside us. Inhale, taking the bars over your head, and as you exhale, bend into your right side until you're reaching and the bar can't go any further. You may kind of slightly open that left shoulder and look towards the sky. Does that feel okay to you? Great, nice full inhale. Nice full exhale. And then pressing into that hand, using your side body to lift you up. And then we'll switch our hands. Just allow that left arm to dangle beside you. And inhale, reaching your right arm over your ear. As you exhale, bend into your left. Trying to keep your body like you're being pressed in between two walls, so you're not coming forward or back here. And then maybe taking your gaze up. Okay, taking a nice full inhale. And exhale. Lifting yourself back up. We're going to switch hands again. Great. Taking it back up and leaning to your right. Okay, so you're going to stay there. And with keeping your arm right there, and you don't actually have to see the ceiling, maybe you take your gaze up from there. There you go. Does that feel a little different? Okay, full inhale. Full exhale. Using your side body. You're going to lift yourself back up. Good. And then switch hands again. Good. Allowing that left hand to relax. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, bending. Still pressing evenly into both feet. Maybe you take your gaze up. Seeing if you can allow that arm to still lift up. And then pressing yourself back up to stand. And just shake it out. Good. We're going to take our middle handles again, and we're going to step back on our mat so we're about arm's distance behind it. Bringing the palms towards each other. We're going to have like a parallel grip here, and making sure you're kind of in the center, so turning the palms in towards each other and starting to allow the elbows to drop down. So you're going to use your upper body strength here to start to sink back in the hips, trying to keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. So we're kind of modified in our chair pose here. Breathe in. On your next inhale, you're going to start to straighten the legs. So you're going to be back. And you're going to start to straighten your arms here. See if we can straighten the arms. And then exhale, starting to sink the hips back. Bending in the elbows. Good. That okay for you? And then starting to straighten the legs. We're going to hold here, take a full inhale. The arms are straightened. As you exhale, bringing the body in, pulling yourself up. Good. And then slowly lowering down. And exhale, bending the knees, bending the elbows. Full inhale. Full exhale. Good. Slowly straighten the legs. Arms are going to straighten. Full inhale. And exhale, doing a row, pulling your body in. Good. And then straighten the arms. And bending in the knees, bending in the elbows. Great. Full inhale. And exhale. Slowly lift yourself up and relax the arms. Shake it out. How do you feel? Good. Good. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just place our blankets to the side for a moment, just so it's not in our way. And feel free to grab water. We'll come back behind our straps again, about arm's distance. And we're going to turn our palms back towards each other. Feet are going to be hip distance. We're going to start to shift the weight into our left foot and take a big step forward with our right. So you're kind of using your upper body here again to do it. And so taking your time. And if you need to take a few steps, you can. And you can always slide that right foot back once you get there. Okay, so once again, our right hip is pressing back in space. We're maybe pressing through that left heel. Maybe you start to extend the arms out in front of you here and allow the shoulders to relax. Spreading our fingers just so we're not gripping here, just finding a little more ease in the wrist. Maybe finding a gentle sway from side to side. Give a nice, slow and controlled motion. Coming back to center, starting to slowly straighten that right leg. Arms are still relaxed, that left heel sinking towards the ground, taking a full inhale. As you exhale, maybe hinging from that hip, just allowing the heart to melt. Great, one more breath. And pressing into the hands to lift up, bend in that right knee and release the elbows down. We're going to allow that left heel to fall in slightly, so your left toes may be slightly towards the left front corner of your mat. And then we're going to take our arms out to the side. So our arms are going to be a little taller here than they would be in our normal warrior two. But we're just going to relax the shoulders and feel that right knee open towards our right. So if it's going in, we're going to feel it open towards the right side of our mat. Taking your gaze forward. Slowly straighten the right leg. We're going to release the right hand, and we're going to start to come into a triangle pose. So that right hand can come to the shin here. You don't really want to press into our knee, and starting to look up. Good, feeling that right hip press towards the window in front of you. And just relaxing the left shoulder. Okay, one more breath. And then slowly lift yourself up, bend back in that right knee. You're going to take your middle handle again and come to the left toes. Good. From here, you may use your upper body strength. You can always come out of this, maybe pulling that foot back. Taking your time. Good. So from here, we're going to take our arms out in front of us, spreading our fingers, full inhale. As you exhale, melting the heart forward. Great, one more breath here. Pressing into your hands, lift yourself up. We'll bend the elbows again. Good, letting the elbows sink towards the ground. From here, we're going to step our left foot forward. So taking your time to get there. Great. And then starting to feel that left hip press back in line with the right. Maybe start to press through that right heel. And then bringing the arms out in front of you. Relaxing the shoulders. Spreading the fingers wide, take a full inhale. As you exhale, starting to melt over the left thigh. Good, finding that gentle sway. Notice how you're keeping the lower body nice and stable. Eventually come back to center. Press yourself up and start to straighten that left leg. So we're trying to allow that left hip to stay in line with the right. It's going to want to come forward, but we're trying to keep the pelvis nice and neutral, taking a full inhale. As you exhale, maybe you melt any amount. Great. Just keeping the jaw and shoulders soft. Great, one more breath here. Then pressing into the hands, bending that knee. We're going to allow our right heel to fall in now. So you can always kind of take it out to the right. If you need to bring a little more space in between the feet, you can. Good. And then we're going to open our arms up. So in a warrior two, but shoulders are a little higher than normal. But we're still able to allow them to relax. Feeling weight even in both feet. And feel that left knee track into the left. Beautiful. Full inhale. Full exhale. Slowly straightening that left leg. And then we're going to just allow that left hand to come down to your shin. And then bending that right elbow in. So when you're bending it in, you should be able to feel that right hip open a little more. And again, we're feeling like we're being pressed in between two walls. Trying to allow the elbow to the shoulder to relax, the jaw to relax. And maybe start to turn that right palm in towards you instead. Good. Good. So can you feel that length in your right side body? Great, taking one more breath. And slowly lift yourself up. Grabbing back a hold of that middle handle. Coming to the right toes, bending in the left knee. Taking your time, bringing that left foot back to meet the right. Coming to stand, extending the arms out in front of you, take a full inhale. And as you exhale, melting forward. Doing great, building a little heat. We'll start to cool down in a few moments. Great, one more breath here. Pressing yourself back up. And I'm just going to come and attach the hammock for a moment so we can get into a little back bend with the support of the hammock. Okay, so from here, we're going to come back to stand in line, and we're going to bring our arms in, bring in the arms to grab onto the main sling. Good, so from here, we're going to start to lean back into our hammock, allowing it to support our upper back. And then you can take the hands behind the head to help cradle the head, feeling the elbows open. Or if you feel like you would like to go in a little deeper back bend and you don't have any issues in the neck, you may allow the arms to open as well. Good, take a full inhale, still pressing evenly into both feet. Full exhale. Right, one more breath here. Pressing the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Slowly lift the head and bring the hands to the main sling. Bending your knees and lift up. Holding on to the main sling. Maybe you start to lean forward here. The heels may slightly lift. And maybe allowing the hips to melt towards the ground. Good. Does that feel okay to you? Bending the knees, slowly lift yourself up. Good. And just allow the arms to relax. Shake it out. Okay, so we're going to do that little sequence once again. So starting to lean back, allowing the hammock to support you. Good. This time maybe you take the hands underneath the back and interlace the fingers if that's available for you today. Feeling the shoulders open. And maybe you take a moment to switch the opposite thumb on top in your interlace. So we're just getting even, just that little subtle change. Great, one more breath. Slowly lifting the head up. Release the hands, bringing the hands back to the main sling. Lift yourself up. And then we're keeping our grip here as we start to come forward. You can always keep the knees bent, or you can allow the hips to start to sink forward if you want to come a little deeper, or you can be here. Full inhale. Full exhale. Great job. Slowly lift yourself up and just relax your arms. And stand nice and tall with the arms nice and relaxed. Great. As you exhale, just slowly allow the chin to come towards the chest. On your next inhale, slowly allow that right ear to roll towards your right shoulder. Taking a full inhale. Full exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly allow the chin to come back towards the chest. And taking the left ear towards the left shoulder. Full inhale. Full exhale. Slowly allow the chin to come back towards the chest. Taking it back to your right. If it's comfortable for your neck, you may start to look up, making a full circle, just taking your time, being nice and gentle. Maybe you go all the way around, or you can just go back to your chest. Good. Good, and just making sure you switch directions. Good. Relaxing the jaw. And eventually, taking your time, eventually finishing your circle, where your chin comes back to your chest. And inhale slowly, bringing the head back to neutral. And as you inhale, go ahead and loop your shoulders towards your ears. And exhaling back and down. Great. Okay, from here, we're going to go ahead and make our way back onto our seat, so you can use your handles or straps to slide down. And once you get there, I'm going to help you get the soles of your feet into the long straps. So if you want to just come down. So it's all about trusting. Great. So when we're doing that, we're using a lot of core strength and upper body strength. So, so you can go ahead and lay back on your back here. Yeah, so you do work your arms a lot. Good. And then, there you go. So from here, we're going to do just a few little things before we come into our rest in Savasana. So you're going to press your feet. I'm just going to stand here with you. Go ahead and bring your arms along your side with the palms down and making sure that there's space in between the chin and the chest. And we're pressing the heels into this main sling, but we want our feet to be about hip distance. Okay, so on your next inhale, starting to slowly tip the tailbone off the mat, picking the tailbone up the mat. And you may roll up the spine, just trying to keep space in between the chin and neck. As you exhale, slowly lower back down. Good. Inhale, slowly lift. And exhale, slowly lower back down. Great. One more time like that. Inhale, slowly lift. And exhale, slowly lower back down. Beautiful. Great. Inhale here. And as you exhale, we're going to bring that right leg out and hug the right knee into the chest. Taking a full inhale. Full exhale. I'm going to keep this foot where it is now. And you're going to take your left arm, left hand to the outside of your right knee. Taking your left hand to the outside of the right knee. And then the right hand's going to extend out to your side. And from there, take a full inhale. As you exhale, maybe you start to bring this knee across the body any amount. And I'm just helping this foot press away from you. Feel good? Good. See if you can relax the jaw. Okay, one more breath here. And then slowly bringing that knee back in, releasing the hip, and extend that foot out. Great. Just take a full inhale and exhale here. Now we'll slowly bring that left knee in and hugging the left knee in. Great. Take a full inhale there. You can go ahead and take your right hand to the outside of the left knee and extend that left arm out to the side. Full inhale. As you exhale, bring in that knee across the body. Good, so you naturally, I'm really not having to do anything to your foot. A lot of times people's foot want to come to the side that you're twisting to, so good. One more breath here. Right, and then slowly coming back onto your back, we'll bring that foot back into the handle, into the strap. And then from here, just allow the legs to sway a little from side to side. Good.
Feels really good.
Yeah, so it should release in your lower back. And you can just allow that to happen a few times, just moving from side to side. Good, and then whenever you're ready, just allow the legs to totally relax, and then just slowly let the head rock a little from side to side here. Good, and eventually bringing the head back to neutral. So allowing the eyes to relax into their sockets. Now come place an eye pillow over your eyes. Feeling the jaw relax. Top and bottom teeth may slightly separate. With each breath, just seeing if you can bring a little more relaxation and ease into your body. Start to notice vibrations. Just allow the vibrations to move through you, balancing your energy. Maybe you notice that the breath lengthens, finding longer exhalations. Maybe pausing at the end of your exhalation before your inhalation naturally comes. Maybe you find a connection to a higher being, to God. Maybe you allow peace that surpasses all understanding to take over your entire being. Slowly feel the breath deepen. As you take a moment to check back in. Maybe you revisit your intention that you set at the beginning of your practice. Taking only what you need with you back into your day. Extending gratitude to God for anything that you may have received in your practice. And feeling this gratitude extend throughout every cell in your body, knowing that you are connected to God. Knowing you did take initiative to show up for yourself today. And acknowledging your efforts. Slowly wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. Whenever you're ready, sliding one foot and then the other out of your sling. And then bending the knees. And slowly making your way onto your right side in a fetal position, maybe using the right arm as a little pillow. Taking a nice full inhale through your nose here. And sigh out of the mouth. 2 more rounds like that. And then gently pressing yourself to a comfortable seated position with the head coming up last. Great. Taking a moment to just feel the ground beneath you. Noticing your space in this room. And then allowing the hands to meet at heart center to honor our body, mind, and spirit, to honor the energy shared with us in this space, to honor God, our higher power that shines the light within us. Blessings and namaste. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Beautiful job.